Hey, welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Just to let you know, we're starting a new mastermind developing personal OKRs. And as you can see up here, there, we're using Jira to track our results. And over here, there, or this way, we're using Miro to help lay it out on the whiteboard. So we're using combinations in our mastermind to develop and further hone our personal OKRs so that we as individuals can grow, whether it be in our career or business, wherever the path wants to go for you. I hope you get to join us in our Agile Mastermind. And this next clip is related to, again, personal growth in your career, from someone in HR looking to progress in the HR marketplace, going out there and grabbing maybe a mentor or look for mentors as part of their OKR mastermind group planning sessions that we would do in the future. Very similar. And if you're on a phone or something, it might be harder. So what do you think your personal objective is? And I'll put it in the objective thing. Go for it. Nothing silly. Getting a new job. So in this quarter, you want to get a new job? Okay. So how might you track like a key result? How might you measure that you're on the right track to getting a new job? Any thoughts? How you might track that? Can ask, I want to scale up. Is that a learning thing? Scott, you got any ideas, suggestions on scaling up for the new job?
I was going to ask for a little more context. But scaling up could mean, to me, what I first think about is kind of growing the skills that you need to move forward. If that means scaling up to, it kind of like my objective, my OKR, just kind of gaining that knowledge and experience to be able to move forward. And how, the approach to do that.
Okay.
And whatever that means for her world.
Go from director to CPO position.
Sorry, I can take myself off mute now. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay, yeah. So I'm a director of HR. Well, actually, we don't call ourselves HR anymore. We call ourselves people. So for me, after about 15 years in HR, I think I'm ready to be a CPO, which is a Chief People Officer.
Okay.
So it's trying to figure out how to get to that next level, because people with less experience are at that level and I'm not. So what is it? It could be training. It could be certificates. It could be that my resume is not properly written. It could be, a few. I'm just trying to see how I can put all of that in perspective, and I'm trying to see what it is. Is it that I need more certifications? Do I need to, build my resume to write it better? Things like that. So I don't know if that's why. Can that be an OKR? I think that was my question.
Yeah, as far as going from director to CPO, beautiful OKR, beautiful objective. Okay. Now the question is the activities you're going to do to get there would be your initiative. So like if you wanted to update your resume, right? So maybe resume updating, right? So you get maybe some resume writing. One of the think about how do you want to measure yourself that you think you are getting to that CPO? Do you want it internal your company, external? It could be both.
It's external because and I think that's what gave me the drive, because the CPO that we just hired, what we just did, she came with 6 years of experience and no operational skills.
Okay.
So it's just like, what am I missing? Did they hire her because she had a cultural background? Did they hire her because she had a DE&I background, where those two backgrounds are kind of new in the HR space? So I'm just trying to figure out, what am I missing? So that's why I was like, is it a certificate? Is it maybe going back to school and getting a master's in human resources? So I'm just trying to plan that out. So I saw how you helped the previous person. I'm like, it looks like I need to write it out like you did, and it could be more achievable. And I don't think it's achievable the first the first quarter, because we'll be done with the first quarter soon. But at least
Okay.
within the next 6 I should be able to be in a CPO position. That'll be a goal for me, an objective.
So if this is your, like, I don't know, 6-month goal, or
Yeah.
what is your,
Also,
do you want to do it in the next year, or you want to do next 6 months?
I want to do it in the next 6 months. I think that's more realistic than this quarter.
Okay. May I ask you a mentoring question? Do you have a mentor?
No, I don't have a mentor.
Do you think a mentor might help you?
I do think a mentor might help me because it's something that's missing. Because I have the years of experience, you know, I'm good with the operational side. So I just need to know, what am I missing to scale up?
Would you mind if I offer a thought?
Yeah, no, that's why I joined.
Okay. So and these are ideas, and as you craft your OKR, how it might fit into it, I'm just throwing out some ideas here, brainstorming. Is there any company that has a CPO that you admire, and would it be okay to reach out to them to see if they would be your mentor?
Okay, that's a good idea, actually, Scott. Like, I didn't think about that. I would have to, you know, sit back and think about that, but that would be a good idea to actually get ideas from another CPO and see what, you know, what kind of tips they can give me. Something happened on this highway.
So maybe one of
that.
your initiatives would be to find a CPO mentor.
That's a good one. Thank you, Scott. That's a really good idea.
Okay. Now, how would you measure that you're doing that on a daily? You can have more than one mentor, by the way. I mean,
Right,
your
I think,
measurement might be how many reach out calls you make, how many connections.
right, right.
You know.
So maybe using the, you know, LinkedIn platform, using my HR network, asking my fellow HR people, like, you know, do you know someone who can mentor me? Just networking, basically. Networking and researching.
Okay. So you can measure, do you do a reach out every day? So maybe how many you know, how many mentor requests do you send out, or something that might be a measure, right? And then you can track, and then you say, my goal is to at least, you know, every day or something would be a measure. Are you successful? Right.
Got it.
As far as, and then we can do the same thing we just would do with Scott, right?
Yeah.
Is there things as you talk as a mentor, or you see that they have on that, you know, maybe one of your efforts is to analyze 50 CPOs, right? So maybe another one would be, let me just put another thing in here.
Like the number behind what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So that I can keep myself accountable and try to reach that number.
Yeah. So if I did a duplicate, is it going to work on me? Yeah, there you go.
And Scott, is this zero?
An effort would be to review CPOs, right?
Can I ask you a question? Is this particular program that you're using, is it called Miro?
I'm using Miro, correct.
Is that a subscription base? Because I like how you have
It's
this.
free.
Like, oh, it's free. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay. I like how you can put something in there and plan it out. So that's free. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna look online.
So now, yeah, definitely, and you'll get the link. I can send you the link. Send me a note, and I'll send you a link to you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I think,
or you can just look up Miro, Miro.
Yeah, I think writing it down, it makes it easier to follow through and hold myself accountable.
Yeah. Okay. And are you connect with me on LinkedIn?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll make sure I send you a note.
I will. It's Scott Greg Mester. No.
Yeah.
Your name is Scott, correct?
No, my name's Greg. Scott's over there quiet. He's sleeping.
Okay. Oh, Scott. Well,
Scott's over there quiet. So what do you think, Scott? You haven't said anything. What do you think?
It sounds like has kind of worked it out, and she has a plan. So those are all good steps, I think. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else she could do. besides mentor, resume review, a research of, I think we said 50 CPOs. What do they have, experience wise or certification wise or whatever. I think that's a good step.
And that might be what you do in your first quarter. Do all your research, right? So review 100 CPOs for their background and what they did would be a key result. And then every time you review another CPO, you get closer and closer to your 100 that you're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. So, I think my first would be to actually get on Miro so I can write it out.
Okay. Well, I'll send you this too. You'll get the link. You can use it if you want. And I'll send you a snapshot of it so you can see. But yeah, review 100 CPOs that your initiative actually doing it, but your measurement, how close I'm into 100. There could be some certifications in there that you see that is trending. Like they all have this one cert. Well, maybe that's the cert you go for.
Cert that I'm right. Obviously, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good point.
Another thing that that I just thought of to piggyback on that is get job postings to see what companies want in a CPO and see what they're asking for, and that's a way to identify ways to get to where you want to be. Kind of doing a gap analysis with that.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, that's appreciated.
Like I said, you can do a couple mentors. You can have an external mentor, and even if you wanted to, ask the new CPO to be your mentor if you like.
Yeah.
Because that way, if you do it internal and external, you have two avenues which to pursue, right?
Right.
Theoretically, you can help get you promoted internal, and then the external can help you can do external stuff too. Any other thoughts you might do as far as, and again, this is where you think about it, you're right, okay, what kind of things, how I want to measure. Maybe if you figure your initiative, then you figure I want to measure something I do to progress towards my goal. And this will help you plan out your next quarter activities. And then you figure out on a calendar, what's my goal for this time box for the 2 weeks or week or whatever your time boxes are. Have you worked with Scrum yet in Agile?
No.
In HR?
No.
See, we should experiment. Maybe that's the new thing. Maybe they'll get you your CPO. We work on how would you apply Scrum and Agile to an HR environment.
Right. So the company itself just moved to OKRs last year. I forgot where last year, and to be honest, we don't know how to use them at all.
So creating a training program for OKRs for your company. Everyone wants to sign up for stuff, but they don't train themselves on how to develop.
Yeah, that's a goal. That should be a goal of mine. How to properly use OKRs.
Well, if you want, you can always reach out to me. I can do a consultation session with your group and talk about OKRs and help you out. I had no problems with doing that too.
They throw the word OKR out there, but I don't think we're properly doing them.
Okay. And some places think bigger picture, like they'll throw, we have a 5-year OKR. Well, okay, well, how's that going to inspire us for the next quarter?
Right.
There's a lot of places that do that. And I have seen OKR growth. It's like, we're going to grow the company by 10%. Well, no, you have to grow the company by 10% or you go out of business.
That's what caught my attention when you first said that, because that wasn't OKR. Grow the business by 10%. That actually wasn't OKR.
That's an operational objective.
Yeah, but we need that to stay in business. Right,
but it's not something that moves that needle, that 10%, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you need like if you're in HR, do you need to hire so many more people? Do you need to have a better retention rate? How do we improve our retention? Maybe that's your quarter, and you don't do it all year long. You say, in this quarter, we're going to work on retention rate. Maybe next quarter we work on hires.
Right.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
The problem is they say we're going to work on retention rate every quarter, but that's not, you can't focus by doing that. You want to focus. What are we going to do? A couple ideas. Let's put them in place and how we can improve retention in our company. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, offer is out there. If you want to message me on LinkedIn, I'll help. I can come and help with the OKRs because I've done it with a couple different companies now.
Well, thank you so much for this. This was extremely helpful.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Also included in the OKR Personal OKR Mastermind group is access to our Slack channel, which we offer so that you can communicate to other people in the mastermind, connect with me whenever you need to. And here I'm going to explain and share some of the Slack information. Hey, and welcome. Thank you very much from the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show for all your support and activities and contributing to our program. We are starting to offer this Agile Slack channel where Agile people can come together, talk about different aspects. I just wanted to share some of the things we have: podcasts, masterminding, conferences, job interviews, questions. We do introduction, we do motivation, we talk about Kanban, product owner, QA testing, retrospective, a little bit of everything, celebrating your wins and your Agile practices, things that energize you, sharing different things, different programs. And we wanted to bring this because a lot of these social media engines is all based on algorithm and not necessarily what you're interested in this way. And this Slack program that you can comment, contribute, and watch and learn from others in the Agile group at your pace at when you want to do. If you're interested, please send me a message. Connect at 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Or you can go on our website. We have a blog post on how to join our Slack channel. I just want to have a 30-minute conversation, make sure this works for you, because we want people that are active, that are going to come in maybe once a week or every day if you like, but not like once every 6 months. We want to make sure people are active and engaged, and this is beneficial for them and us and everyone in the community. It's $10 a month or $100 for the year. It's not very expensive. It's kind of like going to the gym, working out, but at a pace that's affordable for most people and enough to support the program. So send me a message if you think you're interested, and we hope you do join us. Take care. Bye.